that was some test footage with the onboard microphone on the camera, 1080p 30 in vivid, high bit rate. So the next video after this one will be 720p 60 in vivid with my cheap eBay external microphone, which was like £3.50. So yeah, see how it goes. So this is supposedly with the my cheap eBay microphone, which is the cabling goes under here around the back of the helmet, and then the microphone itself is behind this cheek pad here to cut down on wind noise. Now again, this 720p 60 on vivid, and one issue you'll notice immediately is that jack. They really need to bring out a right angle jack, because look, that ain't gonna last 5 minutes. If I just move my head slightly, you know, you're gonna ruin the cable, that joint in the cable there ain't gonna last 5 minutes. So I'm not really sure what to say about that. What I might do actually is find some like rigid tubing to slide across the cable, and then sort of maybe glue it on to sort of try and protect that joint, because look at that. If you're doing lifesavers and stuff, or you're looking down, I can see that breaking pretty quickly, but whatever. For the purpose of this video, we'll see if the external microphone even works, because someone in the comments of my unboxing video said they tried an external mic and it wasn't even picking it up, which could be the microphone's problem, or it could be the adapter, or it could be the camera itself. So I don't know. I don't even know if it's recording properly, but I mean, it's recording video. Don't know what the audio will be like. So let's go for a quick ride at 720p 60 on vivid. One thing it could use is image stabilization, but you have to pay like £200 more for that. So I've got me modular helmet on. Just flip the visor down. Like I said, the microphone, it can pick up my voice really well, so I can like hear my own voice really well in this helmet. It's quite snug. It's quite a lot of cushioning for a cheap helmet anyway. I think it's a nitro one. It costs about 80 quid. It's just that bloody cable that I'm worried about. And the problem is, like on a full face helmet, you could mount the camera much higher up on the side of the helmet. So this isn't an issue that everyone's going to have. It's only really me, because it's a flip front helmet, obviously. So you can't mount the camera on the bit that flips up, because if you want to ride with it flipped up, the fucking camera will be pointing at the sky. Do you know what I mean? And the main reason I use a flip-up helmet, so I'm riding quite slow because I'm not used to talking at a camera and riding at the same time. The main reason I have a flip-up helmet is like on a hot day like today, if I'm going in slow-moving traffic, I can just flip it up and get some air out of my face. You know what I mean? You just can't. It's easier to pay for petrol and stuff as well, and talk to people. So that's why I wear one. I guess another way around it would be if I mounted the camera on top of the helmet. But even then, if I flip the front up, it's just going to block whatever the camera's pointing at. So I don't know. The only other thing I can really think is to shop around for a different modular helmet which has a bit more real estate to mount the camera. Because initially with the Ghost X I tried to mount it higher up, obviously not on the front flip bit, and I mounted it like way towards the back, but when and that was way out the way of my shoulder, but when I was actually videoing, it was getting way too much of the helmet in the shot. It was literally like half helmet, half road, and you really don't want that. There's a guy on YouTube that did like a homemade chin mount for the drift, but with that he was wearing an open face helmet with like an aftermarket chin guard that you clip on, and then he drilled into the chin guard to mount like a bit of metal, and then the drift mount was 3M taped on that bit of metal. So he had a really good picture, it was a really good angle, but I personally don't fancy drilling into a full face or a flip front helmet. I mean, an open face with an aftermarket chin guard, that's not really an issue. The chin guard ain't gonna really save you very well in a crash anyway. So yeah, drift, if you ever watch this, please release a proper chin mount. That would be great. And I know, like, again, if this camera was on a chin mount, again, if it had the visor flipped up, it wouldn't work. But honestly, like 90% of the time, I am riding with the visor down. Like I said, it's only in slow moving traffic where I'll keep it up when it's too hot, or if my visor's steaming up or whatever. So yeah, again, I'm hoping this is recording. I don't know if it is. The audio, I mean, anyways. Just keeping an eye on that cable, make sure the camera's working alright. Looks fine to me. Oh, with regards to sensitivity, stock, it came with mic sensitivity 3. I knocked it down to 2, because on the Ghost X, mic sensitivity 2 seemed to be best with this microphone and helmet and all that. So I'm assuming it will be similar on this one. Other features I'm aware of that this camera has that the X doesn't, it has like a gyro sensor thing in it. So I think this function only works in dashcam mode, but say if you were to crash or like stop suddenly, apparently the camera can sort of tell that's happened and it will automatically save the video file. But again, I think that only works in a dashcam mode, which this is not currently set to. I'm planning to ride to Wales in a couple of days, so for things like that I'll just use it on this mode where it's doing really long video files, and join them all together to show like one tour or trim them down. But if I'm commuting or whatever, come on, what a dickhead. Commuting or whatever, I'll obviously put it on dashcam mode and then set it up to record every 10 minutes or so, like 10-minute video files. On this normal recording mode, if it's anything like the Drift Ghost X, it will record for 29 minutes and 50 seconds before like a new file is made. So you basically get half an hour video files. Fucking hot today, so I'm going to lift the flip front up and see what the sound is like then. I guess you'll get a shitload of wind noise, but there we go. Jesus Christ. It is hot. Very humid today. This is why I wear a modular helmet. It's so nice getting that cool breeze on my face. I guess the best of both worlds would be to have a modular for the summer and then a full face for the winter. Full face helmets tend to be warmer in general and quieter as well. Like I said, this is only a cheap helmet. I've been looking at the Caberg Duke 2 actually. It seems to be highly praised as like one of the best budget flip front helmets. And I've tried it on, it fit me really well, so. With regards to memory cards, I showed, if you want to know what memory card I'm using, it's in the unboxing video, which I guess I'll link to or whatever. Because like I said, I had a SanDisk. It was advertised as having a 100 megabits per second read speed, and then on the website it just says the write speed is lower. Like it doesn't even give you a figure. So what I did was I downloaded a card analyzer which will read and write onto the card, and it will tell you how fast it's doing it. And it turned out it was only writing at 30 megabits per second, which isn't much. Because what was happening with the Drift Ghost X, if I put it on, basically I put it on high bitrate at 1080p, and I'd be riding around scenery like this, where you get a lot of greenery and like leaves and all different kinds of textures and stuff, just going past your face quickly. Video, what was happening was the camera was randomly cutting off the video and starting a new one. So I'd go home and look at it, and instead of having half-an-hour videos, I'd have like 6 minutes 20 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 minutes 40 seconds, and as soon as I turned the bitrate down to medium, it stopped doing it. Which to me says that the write speed of the card is just too damn slow. So hence why I bought this card, which has a write speed double that, 60 megabits per second, and I'm hoping that will sort the issue out. It's a 64 gig card. Don't know how much footage that will hold. Quite a lot, I'd imagine. This helmet as well is not great for like muffling noises. I have to sort of shout into the mic now because the helmet does let a lot of wind noise and engine noise and road noise in. If I was doing this review, if I wasn't doing this review and I didn't have the camera on, I'd be wearing earplugs right now, which I do 90% of the time. The only reason I'm not right now is just so I can quickly like mess about with the camera and see how loud I sort of have to talk over the noises and see how that translates onto a video, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I think that's enough footage. Obviously this bit is a lot longer than the clip I did at 1080p 30, but I was more interested in how the external microphone sounds. And again, you can pay like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 quid for a really good Sony microphone, one which has like active noise cancelling and I don't know much about microphones, so I'm the wrong person to ask, but this is literally just a very basic, it was literally £3.50. It's the most basic microphone you can get. It's the type of thing you get included in like a Pioneer car head unit with Bluetooth and hands-free calling. You know, there's just generic cheap mics. So yeah, hope this helps. I'll just end the video now and bang it on YouTube. So cheers. Just one thing I did forget to mention with this camera is the vibration function when you press any buttons. That works really well, because with the camera stuck against the helmet you can really feel the vibration like in your ear, so you know you've pressed the button. And not only that, the like I said in the unboxing, the speaker, I've only got it on medium volume. Speaker in the camera is much louder as well. Like I'm riding, fair enough, I'm only doing 50 miles an hour, but I just stopped the video and started it and I could hear the beat perfectly fine, even on medium. So you could always put it on loud if you have earplugs in. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's good. So main downsides so far that I can tell is that 3.5mm jack. I've looked on eBay to see if you can actually buy right angled ones, and I've not been able to find one, especially not one that's also waterproof, so that's a bit of a bummer. So I just don't see it lasting long. I don't see the cable lasting long when it's being banged by your shoulder and stuff all the time. Again, in a full face lid it ain't going to bother you, because you can just mount the camera higher up, but I can't, because otherwise then it'll be on the flip front. I have seen on eBay that you can buy these 3.5mm adapters, waterproof ones, really cheap to be fair. They're like £3 each, so it's not a deal breaker. I've ordered one just to see if it works. Hopefully it does, because I don't want to have to like rely on drifts to keep selling me replacement cables, which are probably going to cost a lot more than just getting it on eBay. So I'll let you know if it works. This aftermarket cable, it looks the same. It's got a little O-ring on it, and the it screws into the camera itself. Thread looks the same and everything, so you know, we'll see. So yeah, I'd say that's the main downside. Don't really know what another downside is. That seems. So this is the last mode I'm going to try, which is 1080p HDR, so it claims. Not really sure what the difference is between 1080p HDR and 1080p 30. What I'm assuming is it just makes the colours a bit more vivid, I don't know, make them pop a little bit more. But the scene is already set to vivid. The scene is already set to vivid, so they might make the colours look like stupidly like oversaturated or whatever, but we'll see. And for the way back, what I'm going to do is get on the motorway and do some 70+ mph riding, so you get an idea of what the wind noise will be like. Oh, fuck. False neutral. Fuck's sake. sure the neutral light wasn't on. So now I'm probably talking really loud because I've got my earplugs in. So I don't know how loud to really talk, so I don't know how good the mic is picking anything up. So yeah, I'll do a quick blast down the motorway. Probably won't upload the entire ride, there's no point. It's a bit boring to watch, it's motorway. So, look a left. I did slightly adjust the angle of the camera as well, but it was so minuscule you probably won't even notice. God, this guy going slower. Ugh. Real life 70, as in like GPS 70 on this bike is about 75, 76, which is what I'm at now, you can see that. And without earplugs I'd be deafening myself right now, but with them it's perfectly fine. But again, the audio quality on this camera is probably not going to be too good at this sort of speed. Your results may vary, it completely depends on my subscribe log in the middle thing. It completely depends on your bike setup, your helmet, if you have a screen fitted or not, the weather, the altitude, just endless things really that can affect it. I guess it shows you what the footage looks like when you're going moderately fast. This is after all cruiser bike, so it's no speed demon. In fact, the max it will probably do is about 100, but even then it'll be like screaming. It'll comfortably cruise at an indicated 80, 85, about what I'm doing. Any more than that and it starts to get a bit